Hey, yo, it's Megamouth, and today I have another Virtual Boy video game review, this time Mario Tennis. What score does this one deserve? Well, I will say that when I first started playing this game, I've never played it before on the original Virtual Boy back in 1995, this re release on the Nintendo Switch video game systems. I always heard great things about it. I thought it would be a lot of fun, and when I first started playing it, wow, I could not play it at all. My depth perception was off, the timing was terrible, I couldn't hit a ball at all. I thought this game was terrible. But then I stuck with it. I got where I could actually start to hit the ball and return some volleys. And even though I was playing against Donkey Kong Jr. on the easiest difficulty level, I did eventually get relatively good at the game. I came back from behind from a huge deficit to actually, force a deuce over and over again. And eventually I started winning some games, winning some sets, and eventually I was actually able to beat Donkey Kong Jr. So that was for me a huge accomplishment to go from someone who couldn't even properly hit the ball to actually being able to win a game. Uh, but ultimately, this game is still a product of its time. It's still got the traditional red and black Virtual Boy graphics. Playing in tournament mode, if I really applied myself and got really good at the controls, played on a higher difficulty level, I think it actually is potentially a really fun video game. But ultimately, since the Virtual Boy had so few video games when it launched, I think it was only 23 when it came out. This is one of the better Virtual Boy games that's out there, but is it a truly timeless classic? No, not really. I can certainly understand why people would have loved it at the time. Back then, like a retro virtual score, I'd probably give it like maybe a 4 out of 5. But in modern times, you know, the graphics, 3D graphics, that depth perception, it is very impressive when trying to look at it through a historical perspective. But ultimately, they are very simplistic, especially for modern day eyes. The red and black graphics, of course, definitely hold it back, and the controls and the depth perception, the gameplay, it's not outright bad, but for me, it was definitely a learning curve. So I think this game has a lot of potential, but there are certainly better things out there. I think the pretty much the best tennis game I've ever played was honestly Mario Tennis on the Nintendo 64. I believe the one that came out after this version. I still think that's the greatest version of all time. It was like realistic tennis without any like weird gimmicks or anything like that. It was just a purely fun game and a game of skill. I think far better than other versions like on the GameCube and the Switch and Switch 2 that have come out recently. So ultimately, just because there are so many better versions out there, I think that I would say this really is just a historical curiosity, something to be for most people to go back and experience once and then probably never play again. So from a modern score, I would say it's worthy of probably just 3 out of 5. But for people that played it back in the mid 90s and really loved this game, I actually think it's really wonderful that it's gotten a re release. It's just simply not really for me. This is Mega Mouse signing out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.